Challenges and betrayals are part of life. In life, we will inevitably face challenges, obstacles, and moments when things don't go as planned. These moments can come in many forms: failures, rejections, misunderstandings, or even betrayal from those we trust. These challenges often test our resilience and our ability to keep moving forward despite the odds. Sometimes it can feel as though the world is against us, and the people we once relied on may not support us when we need it the most. It's easy to become frustrated and discouraged when things aren't going our way. We might feel defeated or even tempted to give up. But here's the truth. Challenges are a natural part of the journey. They are the lessons that shape us, the stepping stones that push us toward growth and self-improvement. Life doesn't promise to be easy, but it does promise that every challenge holds an opportunity for us to become better versions of ourselves. Betrayals, in particular, can be especially painful. When someone we trust turns against us, it can shake our confidence and make us question everything. But even these moments of betrayal can become powerful motivators. They can teach us about the people we surround ourselves with, and more importantly, about our own strength and resilience. Rather than letting these experiences hold us back, we can use them as catalysts for change, learning to rise above them and continue on our path. Revenge doesn't have to be retaliatory. When we think of revenge, we often picture a dramatic confrontation or a moment of payback where we get even with those who have wronged us. It's a reaction driven by the desire for justice, fairness, or simply the urge to make someone feel what we've felt. However, true revenge doesn't always have to manifest in a direct, confrontational way. In fact, the most powerful form of revenge is the one that doesn't involve retaliation at all. Instead, it involves rising above the situation and using it as fuel for personal success. Choosing not to engage in retaliation is a sign of emotional maturity and inner strength. The moment we choose to rise above petty revenge, we take control of the situation. We stop allowing others to dictate our actions, emotions, or focus. Revenge doesn't have to be about making someone else suffer. It can simply be about showing them that their attempts to bring us down were in vain. And this form of revenge doesn't require anger or bitterness. Instead, it demands patience, persistence, and an unwavering belief in your own abilities. The idea that success can be the best form of revenge stems from the fact that when you achieve your goals, you show those who doubted you or wronged you just how strong you truly are. Their negativity no longer has power over you. In fact, the more successful you become, the less impact their words or actions will have on you. While they may have expected you to fail, you'll be the one to prove that their actions had no effect on your potential. Use doubt as fuel. One of the most powerful forces we can harness when faced with doubt or criticism from others is the energy that doubt generates. When people question your abilities, belittle your dreams, or suggest that you'll never achieve what you've set out to do, it can sting. But rather than allowing these moments to crush your spirit, they can be used as fuel to drive you toward success. Doubt from others often comes from their inability to see your potential or from their own insecurities. It's their limitations, not yours, that they're projecting onto you. When someone doubts you, it's easy to feel like you need to prove them wrong. But the true power comes when you don't feel the need to convince them. Instead, you prove it to yourself. Every time someone questions your ability, you can transform that energy into a desire to show not just them, but also yourself, what you're truly capable of. This transformation happens when you use that doubt as a reminder to push harder, to work smarter, and to stay focused on your goals. Rather than internalizing the doubt or taking it personally, think of it as a challenge. It's an opportunity to take what was meant to discourage you and turn it into a source of motivation. Every time you feel that doubt creeping in, whether it comes from someone else or from within yourself, use it as a signal to take action. Harness that energy, channel it into your work, and turn it into progress. Doubt can be particularly powerful when it comes from someone close to you, a friend, family member, or colleague, because we naturally want the support of those around us. When they doubt us, it can feel like a betrayal. However, instead of letting their disbelief break your spirit, use it as a reminder of why you're doing what you're doing. They might not see the vision yet, but you do. And that vision is what will drive you forward, regardless of anyone else's opinion. Success speaks for itself. In a world where we are often encouraged to talk about our accomplishments and sell ourselves, there is an undeniable power in letting your success speak for itself. Many people seek validation through loud declarations, boasting about their achievements or trying to impress others with their accomplishments. While sharing your successes is not inherently wrong, there is something uniquely powerful about allowing your work and results to speak volumes without needing to say a word. Success that speaks for itself doesn't need to be explained. It simply is. When you focus on achieving excellence, your accomplishments will naturally attract attention, respect, and admiration. You don't need to go around telling everyone how successful you are. In fact, true success often comes quietly, with little need for external acknowledgement. The more you focus on your goals and continue to make progress, the more your actions will validate your efforts. Over time, people will notice the results of your hard work, dedication, and perseverance. This form of success doesn't require confrontation or even recognition from others in the immediate moment. In fact, the most significant achievements are often the ones that speak volumes without being spoken about. Think about the most accomplished people you know, whether in business, the arts, sports, or any field. It's often not the loudest voices or the most attention-seeking individuals that stand out the most, but rather those whose results reflect their capability. Their success becomes their legacy, a statement of their talents and hard work that requires no additional commentary. By allowing your success to speak for itself, you also allow yourself the freedom to remain focused on your work. When we're constantly seeking validation or recognition from others, we can lose sight of what truly matters. But when you let your success do the talking, you give yourself permission to stay focused on what is important to you, without being distracted by the need for approval. You don't need to justify your worth to anyone because your accomplishments speak for you. Focus on growth, not anger. When faced with setbacks, disappointments, or moments when we feel wronged, it's natural to experience anger or frustration. These emotions can be powerful, but they can also be incredibly draining if we allow them to dominate our lives. When we focus too much on the anger that arises from being hurt, betrayed, or mistreated, we risk allowing that anger to control our thoughts and actions. Instead of letting resentment take hold, it's far more productive to redirect that energy toward growth. Personal growth, professional growth, and emotional growth. Focusing on growth means not letting negative experiences define who we are. It means taking those challenges and turning them into opportunities to become better, stronger, and more resilient. The key to thriving in difficult situations is not to dwell on the injustice or pain, but to channel those feelings into something positive. When we focus on growth, we move forward while anger keeps us stuck in the past. Growth allows us to evolve and improve. Anger holds us in place, preventing us from making progress. When we choose growth over anger, we empower ourselves to take control of our reactions. No one can make us feel angry unless we allow them to. But when we choose to focus on our personal development instead, we give ourselves the freedom to move beyond the situation, learn from it, and ultimately come out stronger. Growth doesn't require us to forget what happened or to pretend the pain didn't exist. Instead, it invites us to acknowledge the hurt, learn from the experience, and use it as a stepping stone towards something better. This mindset shift can change everything about how we approach challenges. When we focus on growth, we stop looking outward for validation, justification, or retribution. Instead, we look inward, asking ourselves, what can I learn from this? How can this make me better? Whether it's learning new skills, building emotional resilience, or improving our mental and physical health, growth is a forward-focused approach that leaves no room for unnecessary bitterness or regret. Moreover, growth is a long-term investment in our future, whereas anger is a short-term emotional reaction. Anger might give us an immediate sense of relief or satisfaction, but it rarely leads to lasting solutions or improvement. On the other hand, growth lays the foundation for future success and happiness. Every step we take toward growing as individuals, whether that's learning new things, improving relationships, or gaining confidence, brings us closer to the person we want to become. Persistence leads to triumph. Persistence is one of the most powerful qualities we can develop in our pursuit of success. It is the ability to keep going, even when the path is difficult, the results aren't immediate, or when we face repeated setbacks. In the journey toward any goal, there will inevitably be challenges, obstacles, and moments when it seems like everything is working against us. This is when persistence becomes the key factor that determines whether we will ultimately succeed or not. While talent and luck may play a role in success, it is often persistence that separates those who achieve their dreams from those who give up along the way. Persistence isn't just about showing up consistently. It's about continuing to push forward even when things aren't easy. It's about refusing to quit, even when failure seems imminent or when others start to doubt your ability to succeed. The most successful people didn't reach their goals because everything came easy. They achieved them because they refused to give up in the face of adversity. Every setback, mistake, or failure became a lesson rather than a reason to stop. It's this mindset that makes persistence so powerful. When you refuse to quit, you turn every obstacle into an opportunity to grow and get one step closer to your ultimate goal. The road to success is rarely a straight line. It's often filled with twists, turns, and detours. There will be days when the progress seems slow and the results are not immediately visible. This is where persistence truly matters. It's the unwavering commitment to continue, even when the outcome isn't clear. This resilience is what will eventually pay off in ways that may not be immediately apparent. Success takes time, and persistence allows you to endure the inevitable ups and downs that come with any significant pursuit. Moreover, persistence fosters a deeper sense of self-belief. When we continue moving forward, no matter how challenging the situation may seem, we build confidence in our own abilities. Each small victory along the way, no matter how insignificant it may seem at the time, adds to the foundation of belief that we can succeed. The more we persist, the stronger we become, and the more equipped we are to face whatever challenges lie ahead. This growing confidence is not just based on external success, but on the internal assurance that we are capable of overcoming anything that comes our way. Persistence also teaches us the value of patience. Success is not an instant achievement. It is the result of consistent effort over time. Often, the most rewarding accomplishments are the ones that take the longest to achieve. When we persist, we learn to trust the process and understand that success doesn't happen overnight. The slow, steady accumulation of effort is what leads to lasting success. And it is only through persistence that we come to appreciate the true value of the journey. As we continue on the path of persistence, it's important to recognize that it is not just about brute force or working hard for the sake of working hard. True persistence involves working smart while maintaining the determination to push forward, regardless of how hard the road becomes. It's about knowing when to adjust your approach, learn from your failures, and keep refining your methods. Persistence is not a blind, stubborn pursuit of a goal. It is the ability to adapt and grow while staying committed to the larger vision. One of the reasons why persistence is so essential is because it helps us develop a deep understanding of our own capabilities. Every time we encounter an obstacle and persist, we reinforce our belief that we are capable of overcoming challenges. We start to realize that our potential is not limited by the circumstances or difficulties we face, but by our own mindset. Through persistence, we learn how to turn temporary setbacks into lessons, frustrations into motivation, and failures into stepping stones. Persistence also encourages resilience, the ability to bounce back stronger after each challenge. People who persist through adversity develop a resilience that enables them to approach future challenges with greater confidence. Instead of fearing failure, they learn to embrace it as an inevitable part of the journey. The more challenges they overcome, the more they believe in their ability to triumph again. This resilience creates a snowball effect. With every challenge you persist through, you develop more strength and determination, making it easier to face the next challenge head-on. Importantly, persistence teaches us that success is not a linear journey. There will be moments of doubt, frustration, and even failure along the way. But it's in those moments that persistence becomes most critical. The temptation to quit is strongest when the going gets tough, and that's when the true test of character occurs. The people who succeed in the long run are not the ones who never fail, but the ones who refuse to quit after a failure. They understand that each setback is not the end, but merely a detour on the way to greater success. Think of some of the most accomplished individuals in history. Many of them faced repeated rejections and failures before they reached their final goal. Thomas Edison famously said that he didn't fail 1,000 times in inventing the light bulb. He simply discovered 1,000 ways that it didn't work. Michael Jordan, considered one of the greatest basketball players of all time, was cut from his high school basketball team. Oprah Winfrey, the media mogul, was told she was unfit for television. These individuals and countless others persisted through failures, doubts, and rejections to achieve greatness. This process of persistence builds character, patience, and the emotional fortitude necessary to handle not just success but also the pressures that come with it. Success, when achieved too quickly or easily, can often be fleeting, as individuals may not have developed the emotional strength to maintain it. But when you persist through struggles and obstacles, you acquire the kind of strength that enables you to manage success in the long term. You develop the capacity to appreciate your achievements not just as results, but as hard-earned rewards, which ultimately makes success much sweeter. Moreover, persistence fosters a sense of accountability. The more we push forward in our journey, the more we hold ourselves responsible for our outcomes. We stop blaming others or circumstances for our lack of progress and begin to recognize that we are the ones who control our destiny. This self-accountability is essential for personal growth. When we persist through challenges, we become more empowered to take charge of our own lives. We stop waiting for the right time or the perfect conditions and begin to create those conditions through our own efforts. However, it's important to note that persistence also involves knowing when to adjust course. Sometimes, we can become so focused on a single path that we overlook more efficient ways of achieving our goals. Persistence is not about mindlessly following a set plan without questioning it. It's about having the perseverance to stay focused on your long-term objectives while being flexible enough to adapt when necessary. Being persistent does not mean being rigid or unwilling to change direction. It means remaining committed to your growth and success, even if it requires learning new skills, adjusting your approach, or tackling obstacles from a different angle. Lastly, the power of persistence lies in its ability to inspire others. When you persist in your journey toward success, you become a living example of what it takes to overcome adversity. Your dedication, tenacity, and willingness to keep moving forward serve as an inspiration to those around you. People admire those who can keep going, even when the going gets tough, and your example can motivate others to pursue their own goals with the same level of commitment and determination. By persisting through life's challenges, you not only achieve your own success, but also contribute to a culture of perseverance, resilience, and self-belief. You become part of a larger narrative of people who refuse to give up and achieve greatness not by avoiding failure, but by embracing it as a necessary part of the process. Persistence is the thread that connects every achievement, every victory, and every successful journey. It's the willingness to keep going when the finish line is out of sight, to keep learning when progress seems slow, and to keep believing in yourself when others may doubt you. Through persistence, triumph becomes not just a possibility, but a certainty. Persistence isn't just about individual success. It also plays a crucial role in personal development. As you continue to push through difficulties, you build a sense of discipline that permeates all areas of your life. Discipline isn't just about sticking to a routine or a specific set of tasks. It's about developing the mindset that says no matter how hard it gets, you will keep working toward your goal. This internal commitment to your vision becomes a habit, and with that habit comes consistency, one of the most important ingredients for long-term success. Additionally, persistence fosters the development of emotional intelligence. As you persist through setbacks, you learn to manage your emotions in a more constructive way. Frustration, disappointment, and discouragement are natural emotions when things don't go according to plan, but persistence teaches you how to regulate these feelings. Instead of letting them derail you, you learn how to recognize them, process them, and continue moving forward. This ability to manage emotions effectively is crucial for maintaining focus and keeping a clear perspective, which in turn enables you to make better decisions and stay on track despite obstacles. The process of persistence also reveals your true potential over time. Often, we don't fully understand what we're capable of until we face challenges that require us to push ourselves beyond what we thought were our limits. It is through persistence that we break through our perceived limitations and discover new strengths. Every time we persevere, we learn more about our capabilities, and this knowledge strengthens our belief in ourselves. This process of self-discovery allows us to unlock potential we may not have even known existed, leading to personal breakthroughs and increased self-confidence. Another key element of persistence is its ability to enhance creativity and problem-solving skills. When faced with obstacles, we're often forced to think outside the box, to find new solutions, or to adapt our methods. Persistence encourages innovation because it drives us to keep searching for answers even when the obvious ones don't work. Over time, this process strengthens our ability to think critically and creatively, making us more adaptable and resourceful. Persistence, in this sense, becomes a tool for developing new ideas and strategies that can not only help us overcome current challenges, but also set us up for greater success in the future. Moreover, persistence is a test of our commitment to our goals and values. It's easy to stay committed when things are going well, but true commitment is measured by how we handle adversity. When we persist, we reaffirm our belief in the importance of our goals, our passion for what we do, and our desire to make a difference. Every obstacle we overcome is a reminder of why we started in the first place. This deeper sense of purpose keeps us going when the road gets tough, reminding us that the reward at the end of the journey is worth the effort it takes to get there. Persistence also has the power to change how others view us. People respect and admire those who show resilience in the face of adversity. Whether it's in the workplace, in personal relationships, or in the broader community, persistence can establish a reputation for dependability and strength of character. Others will recognize your ability to stay the course, which can open doors for new opportunities, partnerships, and collaborations. When you demonstrate persistence, you create a positive impression that resonates with people and inspires them to take similar actions in their own lives. Finally, the act of persisting teaches us the value of patience. In a world where instant gratification is often the norm, persistence reminds us that great things take time. Success is not a quick fix, and the path to achieving your dreams is often longer than anticipated. By embracing persistence, you learn to appreciate the journey itself, the lessons, the growth, and the small victories along the way. You realize that success is not just about reaching a final destination, but about all the steps you take and the person you become in the process. Patience becomes not just a virtue, but an essential ingredient for enduring success. Through persistence, you understand that life is not just about talent or circumstances. It's about how much you're willing to keep going when the going gets tough. Persistence ensures that you don't give up on yourself or your dreams, no matter how difficult the journey may become. It is the key to unlocking your full potential, achieving your goals, and ultimately proving to yourself that you are capable of far more than you ever imagined. Success is not reserved for those with the easiest path, the most talent, or the best circumstances. It belongs to those who refuse to quit, who persist through every challenge and setback, and who are committed to their own growth. By continuing to persevere, you not only prove to others what you're capable of, but more importantly, you prove to yourself that you can accomplish anything you set your mind to. Ultimately, persistence is the backbone of success, and those who master it will find that triumph is not only achievable, but inevitable. In the end, success is not defined by how many times you fall, but by how many times you rise and continue forward. Persistence is the force that propels us from one failure to the next, transforming setbacks into stepping stones. It's about never losing sight of the bigger picture, even when the road ahead is uncertain or difficult. By embracing persistence, you're choosing growth, resilience, and strength. The best revenge isn't in proving others wrong, but in proving to yourself that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. Keep pushing, keep evolving, and remember that true success comes to those who never give up. It's the unwavering commitment to your dreams, regardless of the obstacles, that leads to the ultimate triumph. Let your persistence be the proof of your power.